I didn't dislike Sun Dappled Trail, I'll be honest. I felt like it was pretty okay for like a looping.
I can hear the fucking sun dappling.
Yeah. It sounds, I don't know, it kind of like there's duties ahead, you know what I mean? But not in like an oppressive way.
A dark stroll through the park. There's duty.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a little like Oregon Trail right now. With I don't know what this instrument is, a violin. Where did we leave off last session?
A flute or something.
A flute? Huh.
I think so, at least. And the background might be something else, but I don't know.
What happened last time?
We went, well, like everything, or?
Yeah, just like let's get a quick rundown so we're all on the same page.
Well, we went out to that old fucking colony, I guess you'd call it.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's a bunch of zombies, including the previous bailiff, who we had to kind of beat the crap out of.
We mused over it, thinking the advisor was trying to tell us something.
Yeah.
And you return the loot back to the home base, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we took some coins back.
Got like 300 gold worth of coins.
Yeah.
Around
Construction began on both a woodcutter's hut or whatever and a worker's hut.
Yeah, laborer's camp, woodcutter's camp. That reminds me, I'll drop a token for them eventually. I have neglected to do that because I was working on the settlement dock all yesterday, or well, at the end of yesterday and some of today. There's one other building that needs to be placed, I guess, before we begin, and that is the makeshift rat house.
Oh, do tell. Rat house?
Is the bailiff house. It's kind of like a town hall of sorts. So it's your office and also the jail and
well, I do think
treasury.
The hill idea was
Yeah, so maybe we can put it back in the
ideal.
corner or something. Or like, I don't know, over here.
Yep. The makeshift rat house doesn't have to be where the actual rat house is going to be, for the record. It's just like where your tents are set up, where your coffers are. Where the chest is.
Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, so like up, I'll just make like a red cube. Like right here, basically. This was not the cube
That'll
pool.
do.
Yeah. How high up is this? It's like 10 or 15 feet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a pain in the ass climb up, but it's not like crazy.
We'll forge a path.
Yeah, if we got 2 weeks, like we can move around some dirt and shit, you know?
Yeah, sure. That is fine. I'll create like a little squiggly for where like a sort of slightly manageable path has been made.
Yeah,
There we go.
naturally, we'll deal with the trees here and such eventually.
Yeah.
It's like ideally, our when we establish like a nicer one, we'll probably want to go up at the tippity top, huh?
Yeah. We'll just have like a staircase directly down into the hill.
Possibly.
Be pretty cool. I just assumed you guys were gonna have like an entrance on the side of the hill, like a crypt.
Well, I think we could do that later, too. I think that could be... We'll kind of see which one is more realistic to do.
Yep. Makes sense to me. Well, I'm gonna share. First of all these 3 things get done basically as the session starts. The woodcutters are acquiring wood. You now have the wood good in your settlement, right? The laborers are organizing the wood, the materials to like be ready for future building. the makeshift rat house, parentheses, a few tents have been set up there, and the coffers have been moved up into up there, and now the guards.
Hills.
Yeah, now the guards are there.
Yeah.
Imagine the advisor just got like 4 laborers to just like lug the chest up,
Maybe.
because it's a very heavy
Other
chest.
notes, we met that dude, Archibald.
Yep.
Running
True.
the place in our stead. We sent a letter out to the Amber Company.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Which I can do off the dome piece. Again, I was kind of really struggling to get the settlement doc done in time, so I don't have like a letter available. So I'll leave that up to you, Nair. If you want a letter after the session, or if you want me to just dome piece it right now. Well, when you get
it'll
Fort
be
Huntsman.
whenever we, yeah. Huntsman.
Do you have a preference?
I don't know. A letter would be nice, right?
Okay.
Feel cool. However, also, if there's anything that like I'd want to act on this session,
Probably not. Probably just like initial correspondence stuff.
Okay, we can just push it off then.
Excellent. Here is the settlement dock that I have set up. I will still say work in progress, subject to change, but this is basically what it's going to look like. We don't have to go through all of it right now, but there's many buildings that are organized into categories. I think I can actually just put it on screen in the thingy. Yeah. Oh, that's sexy. It's in OBS now. Are you guys seeing it?
Yeah.
I know one of you seen it at least.
I'm seeing.
Yep. So it's just a shit ton of buildings. And potentially you're going to want to build one of these before the session ends.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. And I could go over the basic rules if you guys would like.
Yeah, that'd probably be nice.
All right. So basically, every single session that passes in the Standy campaign, there's going to be like a 2-week period of time between the start of this session and the start of the next session. A settlement turn is coincidentally also 2 weeks. Each turn you get, I need to revise this, it's not 1 settlement action, but 2 settlement actions is what I've landed on. With which you can do things. Settlement actions are abilities that your buildings have, which do things. Then the next section is goods. Basically, to keep things simple, every like good is like a binary flag, i.e. you have it or you do not have it. So because you have the woodcutter's camp, you have wood, right? And buildings that need wood, now you can have the wood for them.
Excellent.
Goods can be imported, which there's listed price, and you can export them if you have duplicates, or I guess if you wanted to export them, but you get half as much money for exporting as you would importing. Food is just going to be handled by supply, i.e. a farm will give you like X supply, let's just say 2 supply. That means it can sustain 2 people for the whole year, right? There's no tracking storage. It gives the same supply in winter as it does in summer. It's just like it represents food infrastructure. Importing food has a cost. So if you have like 20 people but only 10 supply, you're going to be losing 30 gold a month if you have a trade post. Otherwise, like a little more. You have morale. Morale is how happy your dudes are. it goes from 0 to 10 normally. There's a little bit of extra wiggle room for shit to get truly fucked or stuff to be really awesome. Morale just basically influences your income and if settlers leave. Ire is your like, you need to be doing things meter. Every month you'll get +1 ire. Fulfilling an order lowers ire by at least 1 usually.
Yeah, we just filled a thing, right? Checking that out.
Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah.
It's more of a recommendation from the guy, but you are not building ire yet. Or I guess this session is going to be like the start of the timeline for the purposes of income and all the other things.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. I would maybe change that rule to just be as long as there's actually something to be done from the queen. Because if there is ever a period where the queen doesn't have an order or something like that, then like why would we be gaining ire?
Yeah, there's other ways to lower ire though too, like finding stuff in the wilderness and bringing it back to the capital.
Okay.
For example. Or I guess theoretically speaking, like if you found like a really awesome point of interest, relaying the info to the crown might lower the ire. Right, once you get like deeper in. And there will be options where you can like relinquish your like rights on something and give it to the crown to get ire loss.
Gotcha. Okay.
But the idea is it's like a very gentle pressure, right? Mm-hmm. Like it takes a whole year almost of not doing anything for shit to get super,
pretty bad.
So buildings can be made of wood, mixed, or stone. Mixed is either stone and wood or brick and wood. Then there's the list of goods, which is not exhaustive right now. There will be more. There might be some that is missing on the list right now. And then, boom, it's just all the buildings. So, instead of like scouring the list, you could probably just come up with something to build right now, and I could cross-reference my own memory. Right.
Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like dwellings are probably some of the first shit we should build.
Okay. So there's 2 feasible dwelling options?
So, yeah, unless there's just like a fucking Civ 5 type deal where it's like, oh, you really need to build like this thing first because it does something really good. Which I'm scouring the document to try to see if there is, but...
So, I don't think anything's like super duper urgent. Like, food might be urgent, but you have like 2 months of food just given to you by the crown. So you don't have to worry about that.
I think we could skip food for this week. And
if you make enough money, you could literally skip food forever, just by importing it, for the record. Like, that's what towns do, I think. Pretty sure. The most simple, like, housing that you can build right now is the barracks. It is a 1x2 room, costs 250 gold pieces, and it can house 12 people.
How many people do we have right now?
I think 13, not including yourself.
Oh, dwarf worker bonus? Oh my goodness.
Yes, different species are good at different things.
That's awesome.
So, like, a dwarf blacksmith's a good one. The barracks requires you have a worker who, like, runs it. But in exchange, you get an income of 6 silver per resident per month. So if all 12 are filled up, that would be 6 times 12, which is, I think, 7.2 gold a month. Unless I'm retarded. So it would take quite some time for it to pay itself off, but this is just like a, it's a housing building.
Yeah.
Every little drop in the bucket will help, probably.
So, I saw the fucking thing and I passed it. I'm trying to get back.
It's under basic buildings, B for barracks.
Oh, there it is. Okay. It does provide income. That's fun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not paying itself off like you're saying. Okay. So I already have the laborers camp. That just got finished.
Yep.
I definitely think we should. I do agree that just establishing the boarding home or the barracks would probably be wise.
Yep. For the boarding home, you're gonna need to import furniture in order to build it, because it requires like actual beds, whereas the barracks is
Cots and shit.
yeah,
Or bedrolls and
basically.
So do we need? We have to build the makeshift Rathius.
The rat house.
That already got done.
Yeah,
We did that.
yeah,
Excellent.
that's up here.
You know what I think? Can we only build one thing, or can we build two things?
Right now you can only build one thing. If you were to get 2 large labor camps, you could probably build 2 things a turn. But right now you have a small laborers camp, so it takes 2 settlement points to build one thing right now.
Yeah, because I was gonna say it could be real good to fucking go for the barracks and the clay pit.
Yep.
What do we use clay for?
Like bricks.
Brickyard requires clay to function. So we have to build both a clay pit and a brickyard.
But then, I mean, like, are bricks worse than stone, or are they like as good as stone in terms
Well,
of
here-
For a mixed building just has like its own value. So bricks is good as stone for that, but a stone building, like a fully stone building, is superior.
So if we do barracks and clay pit this period, and
Well,
then
we can
in the
only do
next
one thing.
period, I think we can build 2 things.
Not Torber said we can do one.
Yeah, if you look at the laborers camp, it specifically says,
Oh, it can only do. Okay.
yeah, you need more laborers. Right now you've got the bare minimum.
Complicated.
Also, I'm pretty sure, I haven't written it down in the rules, but like a building probably is only able to do like 1 settlement action, right? So if all of laborers are doing one thing, they can't be doing another thing at the same time. Would be the idea. Where is the laborers camp? Oh, it's the top of the top. Yeah.
Well, we could probably decide like towards the end of the session what we want to build, right?
Yeah. But that
Decide right now.
it's just like the first introduction basically to it. I really should have like in the laborers camp like a build path settlement action. I feel like that'd be cool. It's like build 30 feet of path or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That way you guys could just like draw up your own city. And it'd give you something to do if you wanted to spend a settlement action, do thing A, right? And you had a point left over.
Yeah.
Maybe 60 feet of path. Like clearing out all the dirt, hardening it, right? Something like that. Alright, well, if we're kicking the what do we build can down the road a little bit, what do you guys do next?
I mean, I still think that barracks is probably the best thing to do.
Yeah, agreed. Place to sleep for now, I think is ideal. Does the woodcutters camp have its workers already?
Yeah.
Workers and a foreman.
Yep. The foreman is that dwarf you saw.
Oh, he's a dwarf?
Yep. It's the only dwarf in the settlement.
Oh, yeah. We do have a dwarf, though.
Yep.
I think barracks, and then maybe we'll jump to like clay pit or farmland or something like that.
Okay.
plan, or maybe the rat house next.
We can do that now. We can subtract the gold from our coffers and have
Go for
work
barracks.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you want to put it?
I had another question of later on down the line we'll be able to like clear back trees and stuff.
Look at the
cutter's camp action to clear a 3x3 section, which does worry me because like, fuck, we got a lot to do. Shit, that's tough.
Yeah. Look, if it seems like not enough can be done, the rules may be able to be tweaked or something. So it's the first draft after all.
I mean, why don't we just like set it up like over here or something like that, right?
Okay. Yeah, just draw a box for me. I already have like several roof tokens, so that'll be done.
Okay.
The start of the next session.
Yeah, it's like 1x2, so I mean.
Yep. Cool. It's a 30-foot by 15-foot building or thereabouts.
That means these things are huge. The camps are massive.
Yeah. Well, it's like several tents.
It is a camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me select it for a second. Okay, there we go.
Yep. So down there, sort of at the edge, near the woodcutter's camp.
Yep.
Makes sense.
It's a decent spot for it now.
I'll just put text barracks so we don't forget. Sweet. So construction begins. Archibald will, say, this is a good plan. Housing is good for morale.
Yes. Perhaps later on we can go to the old settlement, destroy the buildings, and use the stone for ourselves.
Not. Sounds like a good plan to me. We'll have to ensure the path is safe or hire guards temporarily while we do that.
It's a nod.
Well, what shall we do in the meantime? We can visit Fort's Huntsman, pick up a job.
Yes. Yeah, I believe that there were some jobs on the job board. Something about daemons.
Yeah. So
or we could go talk to some other settlements, see how they're faring. In fact, I think we should do that first. I think it's good we get to know our neighbors.
All right. Well, if I recall correctly, I think there's a settlement about 1 day's travel to the west.
Yeah, directly to our...
Or to the east.
West? Yeah, I thought it was east.
I think you're right.
it is the east. Yeah, you're the westmost colony.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Which, not that great for us, but whatever. Because if I remember from the map, isn't it like there's another empire or another kingdom?
Kind of.
To us, not like right next to us, but like
There's a lot of territory between you and them. But if they were to sneak an evil force through, you would be probably the closest settlement in the Badlands region.
So, well, we have at least a direction. We'll have create our facing walls at least.
Yep, some to the north and some to the west. Because who knows what will come out of the Bramblewood, right?
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, if you want to go to the nearest settlement, you can do that.
Sure.
I know it's there.
Just in case there is some trading to be done.
Yeah. No, it's there. I won't have like a super flowery description because I was focusing on the settlement rules.
Yeah, makes sense. Oh yeah, and I was thinking about locking in Redemption for the name of the settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if Nair/Aldrich is okay with that.
Yeah, I approve.
Yeah, well, how do you lock it in? Describe.
Well, I won't like officially lock it until later.
Aldrich starts like ringing a bell. Here, here, everyone!
Yeah. No. None of that. The men have work to do.
Yep. Men look curiously, but get back to their work. Begin setting up like planks and supports for the barracks.
Well, I think there's a simple way to do this. Let's find a board. Simply write the name, smack it on the rat house.
No, we have to build a rat house first.
All right.
I'm just saying, it's conjecture at this point, but soon.
So you should have like a map, which I have not yet drawn up. Look, I'm very busy, okay? But you would see that basically at the edge of the Bramblewood, sort of similar to your own settlement, there's another settlement that is adjacent to a river. To your east.
Well,
so it should be
we'll go there.
Yeah, easy enough to find.
Following the river.
Well, it's following the forest until you find the river, and then following the river.
Oh yeah.
Do you take Jabiful with you?
Yeah, probably, just so we don't get lost.
Okay.
Because my guy has nature proficiency, not survival proficiency.
Yeah. And can Jabiful do like a navigation roll? To go into like a new location. Good enough.
Give me a second.
Do not get lost.
Thank you, Jabiful.
So, you don't reach the next location by the end of the day, though. You have not yet found the river. Or I should say by the end of your 8 hours travel. You've mostly just been trudging through forest for hours and hours and hours. Occasionally you'll like bump into the Bramblewood, and Jabiful will like direct that we just go south. Right, a little south. It's really quite eerie almost, just traveling through such like trackless wilderness. Being completely alone except for you three. Just outside the safety of your settlement of numbers. I don't know how much experience Hadrian has. Just
Romping around in the woods.
Yeah, roving.
Yeah, probably not a ton.
How about Aldrich?
Likewise, probably not a ton. I think Aldrich be used to city life.
Yep, and it's just endless trees, strange noises, and etc., etc. Are you guys bringing your donkeys?
I don't think so.
Okay.
We have, if they have anything that we would want to trade for, we maybe would want to, but like how much of a pain in the ass is it to get them through all the stuff?
Well, I mean, they're smallish creatures. It's not too god-awful, but...
Maybe we could bring just one of them with us and just walk it beside us, because we're not like riding it.
So there's like 2 minor dangers associated, right? So mules are very stubborn, and in times of danger or other like badness, you might need to do an animal handling check to get it to move. And if you have the mule carrying a bunch of shit and the mule dies, then
yeah,
you have a bunch of shit in the middle of nowhere now. Though it sounds like to bring the mule anyways. Is that
My
true?
mule carries a tent and a water skin and rations. And that's it.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure tents are 2 people per tent, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as it's not raining. It's not the end of the world.
Pretty sure Jabiful has his own tiny tent. Alright, well, you guys rest up. Could roll a d20. See if something interesting happens during the day or night.
2.
Well, in this case, low is actually good. For encounter rolls, that is.
Yeah.
Yep. Night passes. Dawn comes. Say like a nice, misty sort of morning. Greets you
Well,
as you guys wake up.
back to it. You're sure we're going in the right direction?
Jabiful nods emphatically.
Okay.
I know north from east.
What direction are we traveling right now?
East.
Okay.
Kind of look up at
Carry
like,
on.
the sun. And
It says the sun rises in the east. We're going towards the
that's what I'm
sun.
looking at.
Soon after the start of your day, like an hour or so into your travel, you find the river. Say with the 6 survival, unfortunately, you arrive slightly too south and are forced to follow up the river. So an hour or two, you eventually encounter a settlement.
All right.
So the settlement has to be no more than a month older than yours. So you can see they have a woodcutter's camp, a laborer's camp, and a few farms set up.
Mm-hmm.
The laborer's
Are they still
camp.
sleeping in tents?
Yeah, well, the farms house the farm workers, so it's only like the laborers and the woodcutters who are sleeping in tents.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
can see like some of them have already like set up shit shacks sort of around their like stations.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the makeshift rat house as well.
And I suppose we sort of begin making way to the rat house if we don't see any like authority figures nearby.
Yeah, just give me a perception check.
Oh boy, the thing that my characters are really good at.
All right. Aldrich, you see a person who clearly looks... how do I put this? They look simultaneously like an adventurer, but also like they're clearly bearing colors.
Burying colors?
Bearing colors.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me.
Sure, and they'll sort of like walk
Wave them
up.
down.
What's a nice male name? I'm bad at naming, okay.
Joshua.
Geoff.
Geoff.
You work
Geoff. My name is Jeff. Yeah, no, this is a important person. They can't be named Jeff.
Well, that's why I said Goff.
Yeah, Goff.
Goff.
G-O-F-F. Yeah, G-O-F-F.
Or G-O-E-F-F.
Yeah, G-O-E-F-F.
Sure.
It's a medieval name.
Yeah, it's
What?
fantasy bullshit sounding. Like, it's fine.
Does it sound like a name you can respect?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Goff. Geoff shall be. I need a last name as well. I'll just come up with some bullshit. There we go. Perfect. So yeah, you see a slightly rare sight. I mean, not that rare for you guys because you lived in the two like biggest cities in the country.
Is he an Esterman?
Is a half elf
Oh.
wearing medium armor. Fine medium armor. He has some sort of family crest on, but it's not like super like emblazoned for all to see. Like he has a cloak and a bow over his back, stuff. his outfit is mostly practical but high quality.
Gotcha.
And he says, "Hello."
Hello. May I
He
introduce
smiles.
myself? May I introduce myself? I am Hadrian, another bailiff of the settlement to the west of here.
I'll roll an intelligence check. So you guys did just move in recently.
We're just a day's travel away. I'm Aldrich.
Yeah, he'll smile and shake your guys' hands.
Mhm.
And says, "I see. Wow, it's good to meet you guys. I would have came myself
Likewise.
if I knew."
I figured that we knew that you were here, and you probably didn't know that we were there yet. So, that we would be the ones to come over.
That's fair enough. However, I feel, where are my manners? Why don't we sit, have some food?
Of course.
And he'll like
Thank you.
go to a spot, sort of like a small hill overlooking the river and also the settlement. And he'll sort of sit down and like open up some rations and share them with you. He'll say,
Very thankful. Very appreciative.
"I am indeed the bailiff here. You can call me Jeff."
It was very nice to make your acquaintance, Josh. Joff. I'm just call him Josh.
How has the forest treated you? How goes it in your settlement?
No problem so far.
Well, we had to kick some slimes out first.
Yes, but other than that,
Foul creatures.
Our settlement is actually placed roughly a day's travel south of a much older settlement.
yes.
Huh.
The ruins of one.
Well, that gave us a bit of a headache.
From whence?
Before the 30-year war. Or the 5-year war.
Roll another intelligence check. Yes, I heard. We're sort of the second wave of settlements in the Badlands.
Hopefully it'll go much better for us.
Right. It looks like theirs was taken by the miasma.
Yes. Looks sad at the thought of the people suffering. And states, "Miasma is indeed a terrible tragedy. It is a miracle as many people got out as they did.
Indeed.
Demons are truly evil beings to unleash that upon so many."
Kind of nod.
Have you had many troubles out here?
Oh, we've just been getting started with our settlement, so I'm afraid to say I haven't. I've only ventured very, very shortly into the Bramblewood. I actually spent some time to the south, speaking to the good Caprini.
Let's see, is this another settlement, or are they just on their own here?
No, far to the south, in Caprini.
Ah,
I wanted to attract some farmers.
I see.
Oh, a wise
Yes, that's what.
decision, I'm sure.
He nods. Thank you.
I've come here for multiple reasons, but obviously I had the idea of opening trade channels as soon as possible.
That is a good idea.
It's also
You're
just getting started.
started.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm afraid I don't have much here yet.
Neither do we. But this will
Well,
not always be the case.
When we both are in a position to do so, we could say, if you produce one resource, we'll produce the other, and collaborative effort, we could
Make lives much
make-
easier for
make
both of us.
matters more efficient. Yeah.
Yes, that sounds
Establish.
like a great idea.
And with our settlements being so close, there would be almost no problem in trading.
There is a river, but we could establish a road and eventually even build a bridge collaboratively.
That sounds good.
We call our settlement Redemption.
Well, that's the current name. We haven't. It's not official yet, but
What do you call yours?
Well, I'm a little embarrassed to say I just named it after my family name. Because
Is it Jaw?
no, it's not my family name. That's my first name.
Sorry.
It was very fitting, so my placeholder name is Riverstead.
very fitting considering it's on the river.
Yes, that's why.
Is this one also on the river? I guess it is, huh?
Yes, that's why my mind immediately went to it. I haven't really determined what I want the final name to be. Perhaps something sun-related.
Let's nod to that. Naming a settlement is weighs heavily on the mind. It's easy to overthink it.
He nods. It's easy to underthink it as well.
Perhaps a Sunstead.
That sounds good to me. I'll inform my advisor.
Kind of nod.
He smiles genuinely. I appreciate it for
It's
leaving
always
me
easier to
a
do
burden.
when it's not yours.
That is true.
Don't be too hasty. Well, more options. What sounds better? Sunstead or Sunford?
Doesn't Ferd like just mean son and like surname was like Old English or something though?
No, I thought Ford was river.
Yeah,
It might be actually.
I think that's correct, yeah.
I do think I prefer that. I'm sorry to say.
Okay, well, hold on now. So Sunford, right? Sunford or Sunwood?
Definitely not Sunwood.
Well, it sounds to me like you comfortably found a name.
Indeed. I have to thank you both. One day when my rat house is complete, perhaps we can hold a feast here in your honor.
That would be great. And perhaps we can return the favor once ours is built.
Yes, I think we have bright futures ahead of us.
Now, see, I did have a question. Have you seen any strange ape creatures? Any dealings with them?
Sure, I'll roll a luck check. Where would I have found these?
I've just seen them in trees near the woods, the Briarwood specifically. I was just asking because I thought them to be mere dumb animals, but didn't know if anyone else had
Oh, well, we haven't encountered them
had any encounters.
in this settlement. I'm afraid,
Perhaps
as I
they
said before,
Only by ours.
no. As I said before, I have not ventured into the Bramblewood all that far. My neighbors, I guess they're sort of your neighbors as well, to the east, the Amber Company, they have been further in, from what I've heard.
See,
Did we say Sunstead? That's just
Sunset
convenient.
was the
That
first
sounds-
one.
That did sound good.
Yeah, but you see, Sunford had the benefit of not being like half his last name.
True. Oh yeah, I guess reverse dad. Well, maybe I thought that would be a plus for him.
Just not that kind of guy, I guess.
Yeah, just not the kind of guy.
Roll one more luck check, or if this guy has encountered something very interesting. One of you. High is good.
Oh, hell yeah. He's encountered something super interesting.
He literally has.
Side quest encountered.
He says, tell me, what do you know of the Amber Company?
Just kind of look over to Aldrich.
As it happens, I've recently sent a letter hoping to establish trade.
Quite the diplomats you two are.
We have high hopes and ambition.
Well, there's certain wares that I know they'd have. I want to establish a workshop. I'm a mage.
He nods. My trip was very brief in the Bramblewood, but I did encounter something which I am not quite sure what to think of. Whether or not I should lay claim to it,
Mages?
or... Yes. It's in what I would assume...
Aldrich.
That's what I would assume is my territory. It's a small distance westward, I'll say, from Sunford. He says, looking at Aldrich.
I know.
I see.
There was a tarp.
It's just
A tarp of the Amber Company placed over ancient thing. I'll see if he knows about it. A bronze disc. I pulled the tarp off. It said that it was the property of the Amber Company, but that is nonsense. The disc had grotesque markings on it.
grotesque how? Demonic?
Like,
Might
Sexual?
well, like a horrible face.
might we have a look at it?
Till...
I go, this is his forte. He is a mage, of course. Perhaps he would be able to see.
Yeah, give me a persuasion with advantage.
I am pretty fucking persuasive, so.
Yep.
I'm not, so I'll let you do that.
Where is it? There it is.
He'll say, sure. We can go. It's not too far. I'll just inform my people that we'll be taking a brief stroll. And he'll sort of jog off and talk to the advisor and crew. And then, come and basically like signal you guys to come over.
Alright. Start heading over. We're bringing the donkey.
Yep.
Donkey.
And so you guys travel for, I would say what would take you like 40 minutes, but because of this guy's abilities, his class features, let's say, you navigate through this area quicker. And so you arrive.
If we ever need like a fucking good ass ranger, you might know who to go get.
Yeah. He is literally like putting Jabiful to shame.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I'm thinking is, yes, that, but also he can teach Jabiful.
True. after like 20-ish minutes or so of walking, you eventually see it. You see that there is a new tarp on it with the Riverstead like colors on it.
Oh yeah.
And he says, or well, do you when this becomes inside, do you say anything?
I don't know.
No.
Well, I guess I just ask if he's prepared to fight over it with the Amber Company.
Well, I can't just let them lay claim to everything near my settlement. That would be...
Kind of nodded my head to that. I believe I would do the same.
Yeah.
If it's something of value, fuck them, right?
Well, I think they're just... I wouldn't go so far. I think they are just hoping to sneak by with it, basically.
Does it seem like they've been moving it every once in a while, or is this just where it lay and they put a tarp over it?
Well, I don't think they've been back yet.
Well,
Says examining the area.
let's have a look. This might not be something you want to keep, anywho.
I put the tarp on it because I was worried someone else might mess around with it. And he grabs the tarp and he lifts it off. And you can see a face. I'm just gonna draw in the settlement one what it vaguely looks like. And just red.
I'm gonna try and make a history check to identify it. Unless you think like something else is more appropriate.
History or religion, I guess.
Am I proficient in religion? I don't think I am. I think I chose nature instead of that. Oh man, you're on fucking fire, dude.
I haven't read much on this.
They're using your good rolls.
Oh no, I am religion. I'll make a religion check. I'm not that great about it. Why did I choose 2 fucking in? Whatever. That's funny.
Wait a minute. Yeah, his religion isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, because it's in your character.
I don't know. It's relatively in my character.
All right, so this
Religion, wisdom.
So you see, this is like
Makes sense. Oh, it's very spooky. Good lord.
a 6-foot bronze disc just in the ground with this sinister face. Aldrich, you recognize this as a very rare sight. Something that has been dealt with in these sort of civilized parts of the country. This is a building of the old ones, the old one worshippers that existed before civilization, before even the friggin' Zaltaton wizards. Back in the Age of Chaos.
This is a building.
Yes, you think, these buildings are usually built underground, and they usually have entrances like these. The disc can be moved, and terrible things await underneath, but riches as well.
Okay.
Oh.
If this world is happy-go-lucky, this dungeon is the not happy-go-lucky part.
So Aldrich's jaw would drop.
Like, hey, don't
sweat.
fucking yeah.
Oh my god.
You would know also that this is probably a smaller one. The big ones have like surface level structures as well, and a bigger disc. But yeah, continue.
I'd explain that this belongs to the Wind Worshippers. They're one of their ancient dwellings beneath this. I'd explain, much how you told me, below awaits riches and death. Extremely dangerous dungeons.
He takes this information in, says, "I appreciate your honesty." I guess I would explain the Amber Company wanting to lay claim to it.
If they are so eager to die.
Well, I would prefer that if they're to unleash horrible things, it would not be
They'd
near
not be
my...
45 minutes away from this town. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, Aldrich, how good is the seal on these things?
With 25, you would know that it can't be opened from the inside unless it's been popped. Otherwise, it's just like weight that's keeping it shut. So you guys could open it. Sometimes there's some other seal, but usually there's like a riddle associated with it.
Okay.
Right, so I'd explain that sometimes the doors are magical, requiring some ritual or riddle. However, oftentimes I might like give it a test and just kind of push it with my foot.
Yeah, you can feel a little give, though obviously it's a 5-foot bronze disc that's at least an inch thick. So,
right. It appears this one is simply held down by gravity.
Well, perhaps a future boon, but also something to be wary of.
It's entirely possible the Amber Company has already delved this.
We'll kind of look around for like...
It's of note. Many... These exist elsewhere, in more civilized parts. And there are much, much bigger doors. This is likely a small installation.
perhaps one day soon we should look inside.
Kind of nod.
We'd be eager to join you.
Just to ensure that this threat is cleared instead of laying dormant for, if not the Amber Company, then some other random passerby. They could open it and then I'd be none the wiser.
Of course. Perhaps instead we should bury it.
For the time, that is a wise suggestion. It'll be some time before I believe we're strong.
You strike. You seem to be a man of nature. We could bury it, and you could have some markings to keep it to yourself where it is. And if the Amber Company comes back, can't find their tarp,
He nods. That sounds like a good idea. Are you sure in a couple weeks we could not delve this?
Let's kind of look at Aldrich. It seems that he would know more of what challenge and tribulation awaits us. But it is possible we could.
I'd strongly suggest against it. I don't think any of us are ready for this sort of challenge.
He nods. Then I will take your advice. I'll bury this.
There is always Lady Marianne in the fort. She did ask me to alert her of any.
Yes, we'd be a veritable.
Quests that could bring great glory to her name. So
we'd be a veritable party of adventurers.
I would look over to Joff and just state, well, not sure how public of a matter we'd want this to be.
He nods.
If it is sniping it underneath the noses of the company, then perhaps. But then again, could we not bring the case that the company is meddling in the Queen's affairs with our settlements by staking claim to something so close to territory of the kingdom?
It's possible.
Quite fair. The Queen has designated this your land.
I need to do...
leave the politicking to the nobles and...
Yes, I'll look into these ruins and see if I can find information to gauge our readiness or when we shall be ready. And in the meantime, I shall bury this.
Good.
It's good that you came today. Who knows what would have happened had you not?
Nothing terrible, God willing. God's willing.
You not. Is there any other business? Sort of looks up at the early-ish day.
No, I suppose we'll be heading back quite soon. Though,
It was just to make ourselves known.
do you know of your other neighbors?
Yes, the neighbors to my east are the Amber Company. That is why I brought them up.
Nice.
Beyond that, I am less familiar. Unfortunately, I haven't trekked all the way there.
Well, perhaps we'll make that trip together once we are more in our own in the settlements.
Yes, once we have everything up and running and the monthly costs are not so dire, we need to adventure.
Right. Well, we shall stay in touch. I'm hoping that we'll come to develop that system, which perhaps we have the quarry, you have the clay.
Yes.
And if you ever need anything, don't be afraid to ask of us.
Of course. I'll think of you first.
Just nod and go for another handshake.
He'll shake.
Yep.
And I'll shake his hand as well.
And he'll do the same.
Look forward to our prosperous settlements.
Indeed. Perhaps food could be something I could trade to you guys.
We haven't set up any farmlands yet, so this is a good suggestion.
Yeah, not.
We've just began construction of a barracks. I believe in the coming weeks, we were thinking of opening a clay pit, perhaps.
Or a quarry.
Sounds good to me. I'll try to build a trade post soon.
Excellent.
likewise.
Perhaps even we could, in the time being in between, we could request trade through your trade post.
Perhaps, yeah.
Pay you a small fine, of course.
Going to need to clear the woods between our settlements so that wagons can travel through as well.
Indeed.
Yay, nuts. Alright, well, I think I have more scouting to do today, so I'll fare thee well.
Right, we'll leave you to it.
Ta-ta.
Yep. And he'll first lead you guys back to the settlement.
In the fucking woods.
Yeah.
Oh.
He'll first lead you back to the settlement, say make yourself at home if you desire to stay here for whatever reason, and then he goes off.
Alright, let's return.
Yeah, I'm down to return.
Alright. And a day and change later, you are back in Redemption.
Ooh.
Archibald, we have great neighbors.
Archibald will say, excellent. It's good to hear.
We've spoken about the potential of trade and developing our settlements further. You know, the sort of thing in which we produce this and they produce that. We help each other.
He nods. Sounds like an excellent plan of attack. Can you tell me more? Who are the people? Who is the bailiff?
Joff Riverstead.
Yes.
Oh.
Seems to
Didn't
be a man well
realize.
acquainted with nature.
Yes, didn't realize we had a noble in our midst.
Oh, he was a noble.
Of course, he has a last name. Yes, I think I've heard of the Riverstead family. It is a minor house, sort of near Vale.
Let's see.
It's interesting that they would have gotten the rights to one of these towns. I'm guessing Joff must be someone of skill, if not of influence.
Perhaps. But I am no noble, and I have been charged with the town.
The man was a half-elf.
Yes,
To carry himself well.
there was something about that, but I'd have to refamiliarize myself.
Kind of scoff infidelity.
Perhaps some sort of rumor like that, but I don't think it was so straightforward from what I recall. It was an interesting side bit about a minor family, so you'll have to forgive my haziness on it at this time.
It is fun. Noble life is too complicated for our ilk anyway.
Well, we were thinking perhaps we'd stroll down to Fort Huntsman and pick up a job. You'll be alright in our stead?
He nods. I'll oversee the construction of the barracks. It's already well underway, but I'll be there to make sure they don't mess up something.
Excellent. I thank you again, Archibald.
He gives a slight bow. Says, of course, I'm only doing my duty to both you and the crown.
Oh, additionally, regarding Joff's settlement, it's called Sunford, by the way. They appear to have only been there about a month longer than we have, but they've begun to develop farms, produce food. Perhaps we'll get our food from them. We're open to establishing bridges and roads.
He nods. Says, as not a bad plan. It's the plan of many a town. Though I would advise building up our own food generating buildings, at least in the interim period, if we're going to want a continuous supply of food from them. There's going to need to be a trade post. We can't have people just hauling food by hand for a whole settlement.
Of course. There are many, many things to do.
Is the beauty of it. Very rarely do you get to plan a town from its humble beginnings. The steps we make now will reverberate for years to come. Every decision matters.
Alright. Well, let's go make us some money.
He nods. We are going to need a lot of it to build all these things.
Oh, yes.
Come on, then. Goodbye, everyone.
So you guys leave the settlement and head south to Fort Huntsman. And we can mostly skip past that. It takes like a day or so, some amount of time. but you arrive at Fort Huntsman.
Well, we'll check the bounty board.
Yep. The demon bounty is still there.
Yep.
Hasn't been too long since it was put there, because that's sort of at the end of the last session, sort of nearing the end of the 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Is there anything else on it, or is it just kind of the same shit?
It's mostly the same shit. I believe there's 2 things of interest. There was a whole, like, goblin cave network, which was worth, like, 200, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And
Seems
then
a little bit above our pay grade. I want multi-attack before I start fucking with with the insane amount of goblins.
Yep, and then the demon threat, there's like a little bit more info.
Oh yeah. Also, we didn't work out XP. I don't think we're gonna hit level fucking 4, but we did kick that can down the road to this session.
Alright. So let's do XP. So I'm just gonna grab a calculator. Jabiful has been with you this whole time, right?
Yep.
But Jabiful, as a follower, gets like a half stack of XP, I think. So to make the math work, it'll be split into 5, and each of you will get 2 shares, and Jabiful will get 1 share. Right.
Okay.
So that'll be the thing. So
While you parse all that out, I'm gonna go potty.
Okay, so alright, Bailiff zombie plus zombie soldier number 1 plus zombie soldiers 2 and 3 plus single, or no, there's like a couple zombies in the first fight, right? There's literally like 3 of them.
Something like that, yeah.
Alright, and then I guess I'll throw in an extra 100 because you guys like went to this new place and got some stuff. Actually, how much money did you get in cash?
Mm,
Do you remember the exact number?
no, but it was a pretty good amount.
I think it wasn't 300. I think it was 250.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So I'll just add 250 instead of 100.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Oh no, it was 300 because it was 2,500 silver pieces and 50 gold pieces.
It was what?
It was 2,500 silver pieces and 50 gold pieces.
All right, then I'll add 50 XP on top of that, and then for the slimes, it was
There was like 19 of them or something.
well, it's just 2 big slimes.
Yeah.
Plus, I can actually just stack these things, and that'll give me a picture of how many tiny slimes there were. It looks like there's 2 big slimes and fucking 5 tiny slimes. Are you joking? That's so crazy. Alright, well, the 5 tiny slimes are worth XP. And then the big slimes are worth they're CR2, so 450 XP apiece. The big slime XP encapsulates the like tiny slime XP from their spawns. Alright, for agreement's whole of 1900 XP, that now needs to be divided. So Jabiful gets 380 XP, and can someone put that in his sheet?
Sure, and we both get 760.
Yes.
Damn, that's pretty good.
Yeah, how close are you level 4?
Plus 760, like halfway there, a little bit under.
Zam.
Oh, but he's not at. So wait, we're doing.
He's not at 0. What level is he?
Yeah, so
We're starting at 900 because we're level 3. If he's probably like level 1, isn't he?
No, he's level 2.
Okay, so then he would be starting at 300 XP.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. That's what I'm looking for.
And we've got 1660 XP. And we need 2700 to be level 4.
Awesome. So add 380 to Jabiful's 300 then?
Yeah, you got it. That actually makes Jabiful quite close to being level 3.
Awesome.
He needs 220? Yeah, 220.
Very cool. Can't wait till he gets like another level in NPC Hunter. It's gonna be so badass.
No, he gets nothing, I imagine, from leveling up, does he?
No, he'll get like some feature. Like in the list of things that I had to do for the session.
Cow Wrangler.
Yeah, making up an NPC class for Jabiful. It's not high on the list. I will say, if you get him training, then maybe you could get like Ranger class features on level up, but that is a future problem.
Yeah.
Well, it might be a pretty upcoming problem if Jabiful's with you for the demon plotline. Is he gonna be?
I think he is. Oh.
All right. Excellent. So,
Unless we could do like a little, hey Miriam, do you by any chance want to kill some demons?
I don't have a sheet laid out for her yet, so I figured it was going to be a little while.
Jabiful it is.
Yeah.
Let's beef it up.
Look, for her, I want to do like an NPC class, which is the same as the Bailiffs class. I haven't like worked out the details yet.
Should we hire just a couple additional, like another dude or two? Like either A, just a random warrior to serve, like be on the front line with you so it's not all on you, or B, just another archer or two. Or C.
Possibly.
If you do, you'll be splitting the XP more.
Yeah. It's kind of the thing.
Alright, fuck that. We'll just go with Jabif.
Well, look, I've got a fucking Shield of Faith this time, dude.
Awesome. Yeah, you're ready to go.
19 AC.
Yep. Do you have the mules? Just going on foot?
I think we're probably just going foot. What are the mules going to do for us here? I mean, are demons known to have loot?
So all of their like possessions from their dimension turn into smoke with them.
Yeah.
If they've picked up something in this dimension, then they will have it. That'll just like drop.
Look, we have a mule. His name's Jabiful. He's literally carrying like nothing.
True.
Also true.
Yeah. You just need like just need like a commoner with like a couple coconuts and like a big bag.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, maybe we'll go back to the fort and we'll be like, hey, who wants to be our sack guy? We'll pay you like 2 gold.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many like laborers are at the fort. You might be able to get one.
Like, if we pay enough money, I'm sure we could just get like a guard or somebody who's like off duty for a day or two to come out there with a bag.
Bag man. Well, that's up to you. Is that something you do while you're at Fort Huntsman?
I don't think so.
Did the demons drop crystals for,
Yes.
money crystals?
They do drop demon crystals.
They're worth much more than slime crystals.
Absolutely true. For a variety of reasons.
Are they like a reagent type thing? Like, is there a reason why Mr. Mage would want to keep any of them?
I feel like it's common knowledge. The Dwarven Alchemical Guild, the Guildbeards, seem to be purchasing these things up. Otherwise, like, there's sort of like a soft bounty on them as well, because the crown doesn't want demons like running amok.
Mm-hmm.
So that contributes to making the crystals worth more.
Where are these demons? Let's get going.
Well, there's some villages that have like filed the report, basically. So the notes are like you'd have to go to the village.
Let's do it.
They don't know exactly where the demons are, only that they've been struck.
Is there anything that I would know about like fighting demons specifically that would make them like, oh, I should prep this spell?
So, do you have religion? You do have religion, right? And you're a paladin?
Yeah. Yes.
You would know from your encounters with them that the demons are roughly organized into clans, and the different clans have different characteristics. There's like a clan of elementals. So, elemental spells. There's shadow demons, which are like sort of in between like extra dimensional being and undead. So undead working spells or your smites would be good on them.
Yeah.
There's a red clan, red skin demons, and those guys are resistant to fire and poison. So not those. There's like beast folk ones, which are the most normal, and etc. The list goes on, but they each have their own like strengths and weaknesses.
Gotcha. So we just kind of need to figure out which kind we're dealing with.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
In general,
Well,
your
then,
smite should be
for
good
now,
on most of them.
Yes. I have prepped Shield of Faith, Protection from Good and Evil, and Curement.
Yep. If it is shadow demons, protection from good and evil will work. If it's
Yeah.
another type of demon, like the beast folk, it will not.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you would know.
Yeah. So, it's good to have right now. But,
Yep. If worst case scenario, it is a smite slot.
Yep. Exactly. Oh, man, should I take Detect Good and Evil? But it's only like 30 feet, and I can kind of do it anyway.
True. I mean, it goes through walls. I don't know,
It does go through walls, yeah.
the use case for detect good and
30
evil is more like a dungeon,
it's
urban environment.
pretty much. Yeah.
Oh, do we hire a dude? Like a random...
I say not yet. Like, if we need to, we can just kind of like get one on our way back, right?
I guess. We do have, yeah, and we have Jabiful.
Yeah.
The Beef Meister.
We'll be getting
Maybe,
traveling
you know what? You know what's a good spell that a certain wizard should learn? Tensor's Floating Disc.
True.
It's much less good without ritual casting, but it's still good.
That's true. But, like, imagine if we found that, like, silver fucking statue of the dwarf or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Tensor Floating Disc.
That would have been great.
Fucking over.
Dude, with the disc, you could bring back that bronze disc and sell it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be so
You know what's
badass.
funny is, like, Tensor is, like, Gygax's, like, little shit son who's, like, really racist.
Based. I knew all the old like wizards with name spells. I was like players who made up the
Yeah.
spells.
Yep.
It's probably like half the reason spells are so OP.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no, Tensor was, like, one of his sons.
What other tensor spells are there? Is it just the disc? I'm sure there's more in 2e. I remember seeing more, I think. There's so many name spells in 2e though.
Tensor's spells. Okay, so there's Tensor's Eye of the Tiger, Tensor's Floating Disc, Tensor's Steady Aim, Tensor's Brawl, Tensor's Hunting Hawk, Tensor's Deadly Strike, Tensor's Eye of the Eagle, Tensor's Flaming Blade, Tensor's Giant Strength, Tensor's Master of Arms, Tensor's Running Warrior,
What the fuck?
Staff of Smiting. Yeah, he's got all sorts of shit, but these are all like old ass ones that aren't around anymore.
Yeah. I guess he played like a fighter mage.
Yeah, it kind of seems like it.
Ranger subclass.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, basically it says, seem to wonder if Tensor missed his calling. It seems like he likes to roll up his sleeves and wade into battle on occasion. That's very unmage behavior.
True.
Oh, this is cool. This guy's like ported all these to like 5e. Okay, that's kind of neat.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Flaming Blade apparently was originally a Tensor spell.
Wait, the druid spell?
It seems like it. This one was
that's-
dagger specific though.
Interesting. Yeah, because wizards didn't get scimitar proficiency, 2e.
Yeah. Flame or frost, chosen by the caster. Each.
Oh, that's so good.
Right below. Yeah.
That's way better than
Ignites
Flame
like a
Blade.
torch, casting a 30-foot radius of light. The flame will ignite any combustibles which it touches. In addition, it will inflict additional points of damage in melee. The blade does 3 additional points of damage against cold-based creatures, so a flaming dagger will inflict 1d4 plus 3 onto a yeti. Frost,
Yep.
the blade grows with a cold blue aura, and still sheds light in 10-foot radius. No magical bonus, but will do an extra point of damage when it hits. The frost blade will do 3 extra points of damage against a fire-based creature, such as a salamander or fire.
That's awesome.
It can also freeze up to 1 cubic foot of water per round when the blade is in contact with it. That's cool.
It's a really cool spell. Very
Go
useful.
to the village.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you arrive.
4 fucking spell though.
It's a level 4 spell? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. It sucks.
Yeah.
Bad spell. You arrive in the village. Village A.
Yep.
I'm not going to come up with names for these villages because they do not matter.
But we're like south of the fort.
South of the fort, like a couple hours at most. You just walked through open grassland. You could see it in the distance. Eventually, you
See
make it
anything
there.
that looks like a rat house?
Yeah, are they already like
Or
burned to
something?
the ground or something like that, or is it just like kind of peaceful when they're
No, it looks mostly or pretty much peaceful. You don't even like notice damage really.
All right, we'll find like a rat house or something, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, this is a Hodunk village. They don't even have a bailiff.
Damn. There's a bunch of dudes and living in huts, farming.
Yeah, well, farmhouses, right?
In that case,
But there's like some sort of building which is slightly separate from the other buildings, which just strikes to you as like an office of some kind.
We'll go there.
Yeah, you'll like as you like walk up to it, you'll see like one of the random like farmers like walk up to you,
Hello.
sort of say, "Howdy."
Hello.
greetings. We've come to address your demon problem.
You know, it really took the fort a while. I hope you're good trackers.
Can I look over to Jabiful?
Jabiful will nod. I've hunted my fair share of cattle thieves. The person will nod and say, "Well, I suppose I should show you the damage."
Kind of nod.
So he'll like walk on over to a barn, and you'll see that like one of the door handles, the like bottom of it is just gone, like snapped off.
Uh-huh.
And on both door handles, he'll say, "There used to be a lock here. As you can see, it is no longer here. They stole the lock off the door."
And anything inside?
Some cow pies they took.
Give an eyebrow to that.
Did you see anyone?
No, this happened in the night, unfortunately. And then he'll like walk you guys over to some other house, and you can see that the door knob has been torn in the same way. There's just like a gaping hole in the door. It says, "There was a lock here too once. As you can see, it is gone." Sorry, what?
Was anybody attacked?
No, it happened at night. Fortunately,
Demon.
only a
A
demon.
creature of immense strength to do this.
True. And only a demon would inflict such havoc. For no reason.
Like an immense perv or something.
Well, they didn't take the keys, they just took the locks. What use do you have for a lock with no keys?
What use does any demon have for a lock?
They wanted to make us suffer.
How many days ago was this?
Like 5 or so.
Has there been any rain in the past 5 days?
Roll luck check. High is bad. I assume rain is bad for tracking, right?
Yeah.
There was a mild rain.
Well,
Like a sprinkle.
have a look. See if you can identify any tracks. See if they might lead out of the village or anything.
Sure. Give a survival check for Jabiful. Oh yeah, Jabiful will like point and say, yep, there's tracks. There's shoe prints and
Shoe prints.
tiny
Many demons have heard we're known to
footprints.
wear shoes. Tiny. I'll kind of come over and look.
Yeah. So Jabiful will point out.
Are they like human feet, or are they like
Well,
hooves?
like we look down at the farmer's feet and they're tiny.
Yeah.
So the footprints are well, they do look like shoed footprints, so it's hard to tell. The non-shoed footprints, the tiny footprints, they look like clawed feet, kind of, but like humanoid-ish.
This might have been a demon after.
Yeah, it's possible.
All right, follow them, Mr. Beefle. We'll be right behind you.
Yep. And
Take your
so
time. Don't lose the trail.
you guys head in the direction and follow the tracks. Time will pass. You eventually follow them to like a makeshift campsite. Like you can see an old campsite where the campfire has been like kicked out already.
Yeah.
And then the tracks like continue east, like after camping here.
Okay.
And
At
then
this campsite, do we see any locks or anything?
you do see the bottoms of the door handles just like scattered around.
Strange. Do you feel any sort of demonic presence, residue left here?
I don't think demons do that. Especially not something that was in their possession for not this long. If it was something that had been near them for very long, or perhaps they could, but not this.
Carrying on.
Yep. So Jabiful will find the trail again, leads east, you guys follow it, and it goes to another village. Let's see, where's my notes? Yeah, so village B, I'm going to call it, is very slightly larger. You can see that there is a carpenter here, but it's like a small hodunk one.
Interesting. Okay.
And that's like the most
I would
important.
ask them if anyone has stolen any locks recently.
Yeah, he is just the closest farmer.
Like, well,
Yeah.
tell me about it.
The farmer will say, yes, they did steal locks from our fucking town. I know what you're talking
How long
about.
was this? 4 days?
This is the bounty we set up. Yes, it was 4 days ago. These fucking hooligans stole from our village.
And who personally do you think was behind this attack?
Well, I asked the carpenter. He witnessed them.
Okay.
Carpenter!
There you go. Thank you. And we'll head off towards the carpenter.
And they stole jam from my family. Oh yeah, as you like leave.
Like
5 jars.
jelly? Oh, 5. Rest assured, we'll have this dealt with.
So you go to the carpenter.
I'll kind of lean over, like, we're not getting that jam back.
That jam's so gone.
Yeah.
Nobody steals jam not to eat it, says Jabiful.
Sounds
Yeah. This could be beast folk demons, perhaps, but I don't know.
How can we be certain it's demons at all?
I think that this is superstitious townsfolk. But this order of stealing things is very strange. Who knows?
Yeah, just tell me when you arrive at the carpenter.
Yeah, well, I've
My God, do you think they're making jelly-covered cow pies?
Yeah.
So, you can find the carpenter just working in his shop. And he'll sort of like look up and say, I don't get customers much.
Unfortunately, we're not customers today, but we are here to talk about who you saw stealing locks
They stole more than locks.
days ago.
They stole a whole shipment. Jam? Oh, you're talking about Steve. Look, I don't care about Steve's jam. They stole my fucking chairs and stools.
How?
And who
They took the lock on my door. They came in and they took it. It was just out. I was working on them.
How many were there?
I saw 4 figures in the night. I heard a commotion, and I was too scared to go downstairs.
And these figures, what do they look like?
Well, it was dark. I sort of held a candle to myself. I held it out the window. It was really foolish. I shouldn't have. And I saw humanoid figures, dark, with bright parts.
Bright parts.
Yeah.
Does this ring any bells for me? Do any of these demons glow?
Roll a religion check. It really depends on what he means by bright parts.
Okay. Well, I'd ask him to narrow it down.
Sure. And I'll roll an intelligence check. See how good he can describe it.
Was,
Yeah.
good at describing.
He describes it very good. He basically says that, like, on the sides of the arms, there's what he thinks are, like, bright, either, like, yellow or white or blue. It's dark, so can't tell color. Like, strips that follow the arms, but not on the hands. And this vaguely feels to you like demons will have eccentric clothing. And this sounds like demon clothing, kind of.
Okay. But not like a specific kind of demon, just general demon clothing.
Well, if you had more of a description, you could probably tell.
Probably narrow it down. Yeah, okay.
But right now, like, it's too dark.
Least, elementals probably don't wear clothes.
Yeah.
Probably not.
You know that for sure. I mean, there's some elementals who wear clothes, but they have, like, orange glow. Right.
Yeah.
Like, you can tell, like, this is a fire elemental because it's on fire.
Yeah, true.
And you can tell it's probably not a beast folk because he wouldn't have said humanoid. He would have said, like, beastly figure.
Yeah. Well, that leaves us with what? The red ones?
There's a few clans. My list wasn't exhaustive.
Okay. Gotcha.
There's, like, a number of more humanoid clans.
Gotcha. Well, do you know what direction they went in?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll say east.
Right.
If not, my glow will be off.
And so you guys are off. Now, do you try to track the trail, or are you just going to go until you find, like, another...
Let's try to track the trail.
Alright.
Because we got Jabiful. It's Jabiful XP.
Okay. Yep. A day will pass. Imagine, because tracking is slower. So if you have rations, subtract a ration. A piece.
Okay. I'll do 2 for Beefle.
Alright.
2 for Beefin'.
Beefmeister. And in the 3rd day, you arrive in the largest village, Village C. It actually has a guard post.
Seems see.
and like a shitty wooden rat house, and like a couple of buildings that are like actual buildings, and then a bunch of farms. So where do you go?
Perhaps a guard tower.
It's guard post. Yeah, you'll
Guard post.
see it's a small building. You can see a couple guards there.
Greetings.
The guard will like nod and bow his head, or wave and bow his head. I mean,
Yes. As about 4 nights ago, has anyone had things stolen in the dead of night? Or a general disturbance has been caused?
yeah, you can say that much. You're gonna want to talk to. I'm gonna say Jimmy and Dimmy.
Jimmy and Timmy. Jimmy and Timmy, dude.
They were the guards working that night.
And where could I find them?
You can find them in so-and-so farmhouse. No point.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm not. And, you know, going in the farmhouse, you can see that there's like a couple farmers that are working the fields who are like bruised. Who are just like out. Yeah, like one of them's got like a big old black eye. The other one, other
Excuse
signs
me.
of combat.
Jimmy and Dimmy?
That's me. I'm Dimmy.
Been looking into the recent disturbances.
It appears you men are worse for wear. Did you struggle? Did you fight these people?
Yeah, we fought them. They fucked us up. I put up a good fight.
You tell us. Please, tell us what you can. What did they look like?
Jimmy says, well, we was guarding and we heard a commotion at the butcher's building. He sort of runs the town here. And so, you know, we went and there, Jimmy talks, there was 5 of them. 4 big ones and a tiny one. Jimmy nods at that. Yeah, they had skull faces, and they're in all black, I think. And they had like a bony
Shadow
pattern.
demons, okay.
I don't know what that means, but they was indeed demons.
Do you know where they went?
Yeah, well, I heard there's tracks going east.
What were they after, do you think?
I mean, we heard a crunchy sound. I think they busted the door. I think they must have been going after the meat in the butchers.
These creatures have stolen a very strange assortment of things on their way to your town.
Yeah, I heard there was stealings in the other towns. What did they
I
steal?
wonder if they have a bag of holding or something.
It was mostly locks and cow dung.
Oh, I think I know where that is. They'll sort of lead you over.
Raise an eyebrow. Yeah.
Did they just fucking throw shit at someone's
Yeah.
house?
Yes, they threw all the cow patties at someone's house like one day later. You can see that some farmer is like still cleaning it off and he looks pissed.
You know,
Like,
we also have it
these
on good
creatures
authority-
held on to this for 24 hours.
We also have it on good authority that they stole some jelly.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
Has anybody
happen
else
to be
been
any
jellied?
candied houses around
Maybe
here.
they just ate the jelly. That'd be funny.
Well, seems unfamiliar to this guard.
Yeah.
They kind of left in a hurry after they beat us up.
They just beat you up and left. These creatures do not seem very. Is this like common? I would think that the demons would be very like murder people and stuff like that.
It's
just kinda
look, this is a lighthearted campaign. They
Okay.
beat people up.
Okay.
All right. You said
Demons kinda sound like
tracks to the
losers,
east,
dude.
right? Well, we're gonna find them. Don't you worry.
Kick their asses.
Continue on. We'll give them theirs. We'll let them know. This one's for Dimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy nods. Dimmy nods emphatically. And so, I suppose you guys follow the tracks? Yes or no? Tell me what your next move is.
Yeah, no, we continue following the tracks.
Keep getting over there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Jabiful follows. You guys travel and travel, and give me a couple perception checks.
Oh boy, my best set.
The Beeful, though.
All right, you guys
Beeful's not doing too great either.
You guys come to the edge of a forest.
That's me. That's Aldrich.
Aldrich is the first one who hears some sort of commotion in the woods.
Is it like nearby or kind of far away?
Farish away. Fucking Aldrich rolled 21. Right. But the forest is dense.
Okay.
I think we found him. Just not bad that way.
I'll pull the hammer out. Or the mace.
Yeah, Jabiful readies an arrow.
Let's go. Quietly.
And describe what you do next.
Just kind of give him a fucking look.
Sort of go quiet and stalk towards that direction.
All right.
And, like, watch my step, not to crinkle too many leaves and such.
Yeah, give me a couple stealth checks. And is Hadrian also
I
there?
mean, I'm doing my best to, yeah, but...
Thank God Beefle's in the back.
Yeah. So, you guys sort of round over a bend, and you can see... I'll roll a d20 for the perception, or I guess 3d20 for the perception of the 3 participants. Yeah, so you guys round the bend, and Jabiful like fucking snaps a twig, and basically you see
Beefle's the one that fucks up.
yeah, well, Hadrian's like in the back just clanking away.
Yeah, that's true.
And basically, you guys see that it looks like these guys were fighting something, which like bolted and ran into the bushes when they like sort of turn and look in your direction.
Okay.
One sec. I'll just, I need to clear up the fucking slime page. We've counted the XP of the slime though, so it doesn't matter anymore. Is there anything else? There's nothing. Awesome. So, you guys can just position yourselves. I imagine it was like this basically, because...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And there's some trees, but I guess I'll find the tree token real quick. Yeah, crappytree.png. Perfect. Put this on the map layer, and I'll just put like a few of them so it feels foresty, if that's okay. Right. God, it's so weird. If I have something selected, it gives me a different menu than if I don't have anything selected. It's throwing me off. Alright, yeah, imagine there's a bunch of trees everywhere. Like this. So yeah, you see 2 of these guys. Just like... turn over. And I'll roll like a d6 damage to each of them. As they were fighting something. So 2d6 left to right. Awesome.
I got these fucking dudes in skeleton costumes. Maybe they just are dudes in skeleton costumes.
And they'll... You see one of them like shakes his fist at you. Say, what the hell?
Return what you stole.
They look at each other. Under whose authority?
Ours.
Well, then we're not under our authority.
Your time in this plane will be cut short.
We'll just have to beat your asses. Where's the rest of you?
Wouldn't you like to know? One of them does like crotch chops.
That's it. We're sending you home.
Yeah, can roll initiative. Oh, awesome. I have an initiative button. Cool. Here's the turn order.
Oh, that was hot.
Thank you.
And this is guy B, who I'll put a red circle on. Oh, awesome. They're just going first. So yeah, you can see these guys have like a couple like chairs. And they sort of like swarm, just like dash to Aldrich, and they like begin attacking him with the stools. But unfortunately, they had to dash this turn, so you know, they just swing ineffectively. How do you like that? Pathetic human! Jabiful, it's your turn.
Alright, I don't think Jabiful has a melee weapon.
Yep.
So,
Like, you can give him, like, a short sword.
Aldrich is... Okay. Short sword it is.
So Jabiful, like, pulls out his short blade, and he attacks, but unfortunately trips on a branch. This shot goes wide. Hadrian, it's your turn. These are indeed demons.
Okay.
They are also indeed shadow demons, clearly.
I'll run up. I'm gonna beat this man.
Yep, you smack him.
Bailiff's mace.
You smack him with the Bailiff's mace. It hits him in the side, and you can see like dark smoke sort of puffing out from the wound. So he shouts in pain. Says, "Asshole!" Is that the end of your turn?
That's where your friends are.
I'll brace Mia.
Okay. Aldrich, you like go to dagger him and the dude. Oh yeah, there's flanking. Oh yeah, there's flanking. Alright, roll damage. And you stab him in the side and more dark smoke puffs out of it. And you can see it looks like a skull mask, but it's actually also his face, kind of. Like whenever the mouth opens, it's like his mouth as well. Which is very bizarre looking. He grits his teeth and then he drops the stool, and you can see like purple energy sort of like glow on his fist as he tries to punch you in the face. Oh, he hits you.
Damn. Yeah, damn.
Who's you?
Probably Albert. What?
Yeah, Aldrich. He goes for the wizard. Wizard's less. Wizard just stabbed him.
I did clonk him for a good old 10 damage.
Yep. Well, now he's clonked Aldrich for a good old 10 damage.
Sure.
So yeah, he just punches Aldrich right in the jaw, and you can feel like the necrotic energy lap at your flesh. Luckily, your arcane ward absorbs most of the damage. Then this guy, I'll give him 50-50 as to whether or not he goes for Aldrich, because Jabiful did stab him. But he does have the shitter mentality where he's like, I'll gang up on the weak ones.
Yeah.
So 1 is Aldrich, 2 is Jabiful. Yeah, he's not distracted by Jabiful. He pulls he attacks Aldrich in the back with the chair. And you can see it like
RKO'd, dude.
breaks on Aldrich's back, dealing 6 damage to him. And he laughs. It's like, you talk pretty big for a loser. It's Jabiful's turn.
Man, I'm seeing like problems with mage armor. This is gonna cost me 25 gold every fucking time. That's not
Just be further in the back, bro. It's Jabiful's turn. The Beefmeister.
Oh. Right.
Alright. That roll hits. Roll damage. Okay, again, deals a very glancing blow to the demon. Hadrian, it's your turn.
Right. Feel like, well, I have to attack this guy. Can't really leave this thing or else he's gonna punch me. Opa! With flanking, 16.
Yep, you hit him easily.
Alright.
Crushing him in the
he
side of the
gets
head. Yeah. He falls to the ground and turns into smoke. Like, doing like, ah!
And I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. And end here.
Alright, Aldrich, it's your turn.
Dodge action.
You take the dodge action. Awesome. Let's see. Does he still go for you? I mean, if you're just dodging, the Beefmeister's nicked him once more. He goes to punch Jabiful. Dude, he punched the fuck out of Jabiful. He like grabs on Jabiful's arm as Jabiful like leans in for the stab, and then he elbows Jabiful in the face. You can see like a bloody nose, like blood like sprays out of Jabiful's face. He shouts in pain. It's Jabiful's turn. It's Jabiful's turn. Okay, he swings again.
That's correct damage, right?
Yeah.
You get +2. Yeah.
Yep. Stabs the demon in the chest, and you can see more black smoke just pouring out of him, slowly losing cohesion. Hadrian, it's your turn.
Alright. Gonna send him back.
Alright, and you crush him.
Goodbye.
And he goes tumbling, like ragdolling backwards, and his corpse just like disapparates. And a crystal like falls out
Yeah.
of both of them, I should say, as they go down. And that's that combat.
Well, I'll grab the crystals.
Yep. Two
Off in the direction of whatever the fuck they were scuffling with.
Yep, 2 small demon crystals.
Could we trouble you, Hadrian?
Yeah.
See,
Jabiful first.
Jabiful like holding his broken nose.
Yeah. I'll just bing! And give how hurt are you, Aldrich?
I have 13 out of 20 health.
Okay.
Jabiful has 6 or 4 out of 15.
Yeah. So I'll give. How about this? Yeah, you have 13, so that's 7. You only need 7, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll heal you for 7.
Oh.
And then Jabiful for 8.
Okay. Jabiful's nose mends itself underneath your touch.
Yep.
He says, much obliged.
Don't mention it. They were fighting something before we stumbled upon them.
Jabiful, are there any beast tracks, perhaps?
Survival.
Did we not just see the thing either?
Yeah, you got a glimpse of it. It was indeed. Jabiful will say, these are boar tracks.
Just fighting a boar.
Seems so.
The others should be nearby. Let's have Hadrian take the front.
Jabiful nods emphatically. So, Jabiful can pretty soon. Again, these guys aren't exactly like hiding the tracks or anything.
Yeah.
Pretty soon finds their tracks, and you guys follow them to the east.
We collect the crystals as well, by the way.
Yep. I assume Veth already added them to his inventory.
I have not yet.
I'll put them on Jabif.
Yeah, should beef them up.
The Beefmeister. I think they're 1/2 pound apiece. Or something like that.
Yeah, we really put them on Jabif.
And they might be 1/4 pound. So they are kind of low grade. And they are solid. I think these ones are actually black.
Makes some sense.
Yep. You guys follow the tracks, I assume. I mean, it's up to you what you do.
Yeah. I gotta commit. I gotta fucking
We'll
do it.
grab
We gotta complete it.
the stools as well, I think.
Yep, the one intact stool.
Yeah.
You can add that to Beeful's inventory. How much does a stool weigh?
5 to 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Just roll a D5 plus... No, a D... My brain is bad at math. A D6 plus 4. It's a 5 pound stool.
The widest stool that could have possibly been made.
True.
Mithril stool.
Truly good craftsmanship. That's probably why the demon stole it. It's like, this is the widest stool. I'm going to be lugging this around for days. You guys see a shack in the distance. Or I say in the distance, not that far away, because forest line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go.
Yep. Roll for me stealth checks and give me like I know, I'll draw a cube to show you the
Hey, we're not terrible this time.
oh my god. Why is it on the freehand tool? Are you joking me?
Teehee.
Yeah, this will be the shack. So you can show me your like marching order, basically.
I guess I'm going first. Where's the shack? Oh,
Right
this is
here?
the shack. Yeah.
Yep. And I'll roll the perception checks of the creatures within.
Just get them out here.
Okay. At least one of them negates a surprise round as you guys walk up. You can hear like a shrill shouting that there's something outside. And you'll see like the shack's like makeshift door. Actually kind of decent door for a shack. Like open up and you see one of these dudes sort of like look out, say, hello,
See me standing there.
what is it?
We've heard you have some things from the townsfolk.
Yeah, he'll sort of like make a shooing motion as he starts to walk out. Like, give me some space. Do you make space? Yeah, he'll
once
walk out.
back.
He'll say, Lockmaster, come out. He's speaking to you. And you'll see another identical one of these demons, but it's got like a chain that is made around its neck of locks.
Uh-huh.
And it says, "Oh, so you've heard of my deeds."
I suppose I have.
And it'll jiggle the locks. "I've found some bountiful jewelry in this land. What would you give me for it?"
I don't think you're in much of a position to negotiate.
"You humans are so pitiful, but always so arrogant. You could not defeat us."
We just did with your friends.
Well, they were the weak. They were the weak ones. Besides, we're not alone. We have a third demon. And you can hear
Kinda look
a
like
third
behind
voice just like shout, "Don't tell them I'm in here."
We're aware of your tiny friend.
"Yes, that means it's even odds, but we are demons, and you are squishy humans. So you should pay us in rations and food."
Alright, well, I'm just gonna step forward and try to attack him.
Yeah, roll initiative.
Okay.
Can give like a suddenness. Try to get like a free smack, like a deception or something.
Yeah, sure.
So they are kind of just in the talking phase right now.
Mm-hmm.
No, they see
Yeah.
they see you raising the mace and just like bring their fists up. So this is guy number 2. I'm gonna have the third one on the GM layer for now, but I'll roll its roll public. Okay, 9. Not too terrible. Actually pretty fitting that is not the first one acting, considering the circumstances. Did Jabiful also roll initiative?
He's the 22.
He's 22.
Goddamn you people.
Sorry, I was being very uncooperative. The fucking thing. There we go. Alright, everyone's in position. I can get Field of Battle, or Field of Heroes, back on. Alright, it's Jabiful's turn.
Jabiful opens fire.
Gonna put these corpses in the corner. Jabiful misses.
Jabiful misses.
Sag. It is the guy in front of Hadrian who says, "I warned you!" And he swings the small like dresser at you, like the nightstand.
Uh-huh.
He actually hits you for... Yep. But I'll let you get a brace before the start of combat.
Okay, excellent.
So reduce damage on that.
Yeah.
Alright, this demon will just move behind Hadrian. And...
Didn't update on my sheet, that's weird.
No, I see it. Update on your token.
Oh, it did? It didn't on my screen, whatever. I've got it. I know.
And he swings his improvised weapon at you. Does 15 hit?
Misses. No.
Alright, Hadrian, it's your turn.
Alright. First guy in front of me who hit me. We're coming in. Coming in hot.
He deflects it with his arm.
Oh, well, I can use my channel divinity. And I think I'm going to.
Yeah.
Plus 10 to hit, so it's a 20.
Alright, he goes to deflect it and it bounces off, but then your divinity, like re-slurps in the mace.
So that, and then smite damage. Is that 2d3 or 3d3?
It would be 3d8. So he is technically undead,
Sorry.
as goofy as that is.
Yeah.
Yep, and he takes bonus damage from Radiant, so you one-shot him. He like goes careening to the south as he says, "Hey, that's cheating!"
And I'll just go hooligans and turn around to this guy behind me.
can see he's like shaking in his boots. Says, I'll accept one ration. It is the name or unshown one's turn. So he like peeks out of the door and looks and sees that one of his friends is
banana head.
He's got
already
a
gone.
head.
He says, "You killed my friend. I'll show you superior demon magic." And he puts his hands out, and you see three magic darts hit Hadrian in the back.
Not magic missile, no. Can I even brace against that?
No, this is force damage.
Yeah, I didn't think so. That's what I thought.
That's a lot.
And then he starts moving backwards.
13. 3.
Like, creating some distance. Aldrich, it's your turn.
Oh yeah, and
All
we
right.
burned our protection from good and evil spell swap for that one.
Okay.
Eldritch yells, "I see you, weakling!" Damn, mine sucked. Well, I'll shoot him.
Alright. The 3 missiles go into him. He shouts in pain. And then he... Oh! You're weak! You're weaker than me! You should give up now! It is Jabiful's turn.
Alright. I think we'll have Jabiful. He's kind of got a shot on the little dude.
Yeah.
It's true. He hits. You actually get him. The arrow hits him in the head, and he goes tumbling. Turns into black smoke. The demon guy fighting Hadrian says, "He is just a little guy. How could you?" And he swings at Hadrian, just like a haymaker
Had enough
punch.
time in this plane, yeah.
I've never
No.
had enough time in
No.
this plane.
Adrian! Nyrel cast. I cast Nyrel's shield.
Does that even help?
Wait, how
I am
much AC do you
protected.
have?
17. So
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
yeah, you're good.
Yeah, he goes for like an uppercut, and it almost gets Hadrian in the chin, but then the like force field bounces it, where it only
Blink.
just like scrapes by his head. And he shakes his fist to Aldrich. It's Hadrian's turn.
Alright, well, I think we know what's happening to this guy. Yeah, okay,
Oh
well,
my God.
we're obviously smiting because he.
Alright, yeah, let's see the damage. Yep, you crush him, and he just like ragdolls, like gets smashed against the ground. He doesn't even like get an opportunity to make a noise because he dies so
Yeah.
instantly.
I don't think that one's soul made it back.
He might, yeah, it might take a little while.
Might take him a while to reform.
Yeah.
And he can see the like.
I understand why people fucking meme on Paladin shit,
Yeah,
because
it's
like doing what 14, 18, yeah,
40 damage.
That's a lot of fucking damage. Yeah, 40 damage on a crit.
I can't believe these guys just about cost me 25 fucking gold.
Yep. So the guy falls to the ground. Obviously, his head probably goes flying as well. He turns to smoke, but the locks that was his necklace fall to the ground.
Okay, well, we'll pick them up and we'll
As does the
make an
sword.
attempt at redistributing them.
Yep. Unfortunately, these locks seem to be pretty damaged. Like these guys force them open and then force them shut.
Yeah.
They're probably not workable without repair.
So these guys were obviously, I mean, I definitely don't think I would call them organized demons.
No, they definitely were just like retards roaming around,
Yeah.
just doing shit. Definitely
I was
unorganized.
gonna say that they're not like just like. I mean, they were very slightly organized, considering that they just were going around like 5 of them, fucking around. But
Yeah.
So just real quick, 4 shadow demon crystals. Is the little dude different?
Yeah, he's got a red crystal.
Is that better? Worse?
Yeah, it just means most demon crystals are red.
Oh.
So, just means he's not a shadow demon. He's some other demon that was rolling with them, apparently.
What was in the shed? I guess we
we'll
grab
check
whatever
the shed.
stools or jelly they might have, and
Yeah, so you see that there is a stool in the shed, and there is a mound of dirt which has a little fire pit in it, and on top of the fire pit is unlit. There is a pot, and the pot has a string around it, and there's a stone on top of the pot.
Okay.
And then you can see that there's
The stone.
jelly, but there's only one jar that hasn't been opened. The other 3 are empty.
Okay. Oh, you can bring back 1 jar of jelly.
all right, well, we'll do so.
Yeah, what's up with the
everything
fucking
we can.
rock? Is it just a regular ass rock, or is he doing?
Yeah, it's just
something
a big old stone that is on top of the pot.
All right,
They were probably cooking.
cooking jelly.
What's in the pot?
So Aldrich, you remove the stone, open the pot.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Slime leaps out of the pot the second you open the lid and smacks you.
That would make sense. Why do they have that in there? Whatever. These guys are stupid. Good lord.
I imagine 3 adventurers can kill a single slime.
Yeah, probably.
So
I
I'll just
imagine so.
have that combat end. Hadrian quickly brings down the bailiff's mace on it. It's bouncing around the room.
Yeah, it's just one little tiny slime.
Yep.
No issue.
So you get a slime crystal as well.
All right, pick it up. Hand it off to the beef. The
Hey, I've
beefer.
recorded everything. He's got 2 stools, 4 shadow demon crystals, a red and a slime crystal.
Yep. Which, to be clear, a slime crystal is a naturally occurring thing. The demon crystal looks more arcane.
Yeah. Is the slime crystal a reagent thing?
Yeah, but
Okay, I think we probably just Aldrich keep that then.
so yeah, what do you guys do?
Well,
What is
cast cure wounds on myself is what I'm going to do.
yeah? What does the scene look like after you guys have smashed the slime?
Well, we'll look around the fucking thing to make sure we can get as much shit that they took from everybody.
Yep. Well, I've already listed the most important things. Basically, there's probably a couple bolts of cloth or something too.
Yeah.
Let's head back.
I'm well, those guys are idiots. I was worried that the demons near the Badlands would be much more organized. But apparently not. Did I put the fucking balance patch of cure wounds into this thing? I can't remember if I did or not.
Well, I can just hit the button and see.
Doesn't look like I did.
Yep, you need another D8.
Oh, okay. Well, 6 plus 7. That's pretty good.
It's 15 HP.
It's 15 HP. It almost gets you back to full. You have to be 1 point underneath it.
Yep. The slightest amount of damage.
Mage armor going to work at higher levels.
Higher level cast.
Oh, it does have a higher level cast, does it?
Yep.
It's good at least, because then you can, if it's does it scale like Armor of Agathes?
Yeah, it scales by 15 per level, I'm pretty sure.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, okay, so I need to be casting in our downtime. I'll have the 30
Second
HP
level.
one then, Jesus.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep. So yeah, it scales with level.
That. I didn't know. Shit.
But yeah, it was written in the spell description, bro. Well, how do Hadrian and Aldrich feel sort of like walking back through the forest with Jabiful? Having
Pretty
slain
good,
demons.
honestly. I fucking obliterated those people.
Yep.
I don't know. Would Aldrich have fought demons before? I mean, there's probably a small chance he has.
Very small. If he's like in town, because there's so many like patrols out and about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never seen him before. Read about him.
They were dumber than I expected.
They seem fun.
Like, fun enough.
People say, I always heard so many horror stories about them.
So did I.
No good.
Let's see,
Make trouble for simple folk.
we'll head back to Fort Huntsman and stop by those villages on our way then.
Yep. And you do so. And each time you like arrive at the village and like show that you got the demon crystals, you get like applause basically from the villagers.
And to me.
Yeah, and the jelly guy will like give you a jar of jelly, and the carpenter will, you know, give you like a piece of furniture.
We got one piece of furniture for our future
Yeah.
character.
Oh, we should probably tell the carpenter. By the way,
Yeah. We're gonna need some furniture made, dude.
we happen to have begun a new settlement recently in the Badlands. If you're ever looking for more work,
It's just not even that. It's like, we're gonna need furniture, so why not get it from this guy?
yeah.
Yeah. He'll
I've taken
offer
a chair that he made to the back, so I know they're pretty sturdy.
true. He'll offer like a 10 gold discount on importing per month if you import it from him,
Yeah, we'll take him up on that. Yeah.
instead of giving you a piece of furniture. He'll just, that is his like
Yeah.
quest reward offer.
Yeah, I'm a fan. We're down for that.
I hope there's a lot of furniture being imported. I'll get another apprentice if need be. So
Just nod.
from the original guys, you get like a chicken, or they offer to give you a chicken.
Woo. I want a chicken.
Dude, we should take that home. That's probably like 1 out of 4 chickens required to have like eggs coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you grab
Take a chicken.
the chicken, add
Return
it to the inventory.
Home with a chicken underarm. Yeah.
Now that's what I call returning victorious.
Yeah.
Yep.
With the chicken and everything.
I suppose we'd stop by Fort Huntsman and sell the crystals before we went back to the settlement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, unless you want to keep any of them for arcane research.
Not at the moment, I don't think.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Then you guys can get 5 gold piece for the crystals of the demons. I think it was 2 silver for a slime crystal. And then the 50 gold bounty on the demons.
Oh, even better. My brain not work.
And, you know, Remfree will ask for details, like what demons did you fight, how many were there, blah, blah, blah. You know, so I can, like, write down
Two
a
shadow
report.
demons and one other. Yeah, you know, all that stuff.
How much gold for the 1 red crystal?
The same as the black
2, I
crystals.
Yeah, so
It's
we got,
just a different flavor.
yeah. So I've got 127 gold on me now, but I had like 70 from before, so. Or no,
Yep.
72. So yeah, we got 55 gold out of it.
Excellent.
It's not bad. Pays the bills.
I guess we described to Renfrey what happened. You know, we went from village to village, and they'd been stealing random shit. They stole cow pies from one village to go throw them at a house.
I do enjoy how they're actually just complete agents of fucking chaos.
Lovely demons, I must say.
Yeah.
Renfrey will nod, look somber. We've been so busy scouting out the Bramblewood, the whole area, making sure trade to the settlements is safe. They sort of slip between our patrols.
Oh,
Not anyone can be everywhere at once.
True. That is why the
I sent a
bounty system exists.
I gotta pee really bad. 1 second.
Renfrey, I sent a letter. Has anything come in my name?
Yes. He'll hand you the letter from the Amber Company.
Then, like, in this moment, while we're here, Aldrich will read it and probably compose a reply and send it back.
Okay.
But that will be, you know...
in between sessions, and maybe we'll read it at the start of the next session. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would discuss with Renfrey?
We met our neighbors. Joff Riverstead.
Oh, I see. Did you guys have a pleasant interaction?
Indeed.
He nods. It's good.
Seem to have good neighbors.
Indeed. I would hope that all of the settlements are on the same page about their goals and duties. A tight-knit community is a strong community.
Yeah, we've begun talking about how we might help each other as we continue to develop. And there's talks of building roads and, you know, though we're still just trying to get our feet up off the ground.
He nods.
We need to develop a trade post soon. The demons happen to have stolen some stools from this carpenter, and he was rather gratefully offered a discount on importing furniture.
Oh.
Yeah, we're about to be fucking the furniture chads of the fucking Badlands, dude.
Yeah. Well, good work.
Well, how have things been here?
Mostly peaceful. How do I put this? There's been some layabout adventurers who've been taking up the easier bounties here and there. Not much gets done, but not much trouble has yet come from the Badlands. Situations remain mostly the same. The trade posts here have continued their construction and are nearing completion. I imagine we'll be seeing caravans here shortly.
I hope so.
Everyone's been in tip-top condition for the most part. Our patrols have encountered goblins and other creatures, plant monsters in the Bramblewood, strange things as well, shrines and the like.
I have not run into any of these plant creatures yet.
Nuts. Do best to avoid them. Prepare fire if you do encounter them.
I always prepare fire.
Makes sense for a mage. It's a little harder for the rest of us.
Well, we'd better get going. Check on things at our colony.
He nods. Quite. Look forward to seeing you next, Bailiff. Yeah, and so you guys leave the room. Begin walking towards the X of the fort. You come down the stairs, though, you'll see the envoy sort of waiting, just like sat down at a table in the sort of mess hall.
Is he waiting like for us, or is he just waiting for somebody else?
Oh, he's looking at you to come down the stairs.
Well, then
Our envoy.
Yeah, see what he wants.
We never learned your name.
It is Merrick.
Merrick?
Yes. A pleasure
Do you have
to
orders for us?
make your acquaintance officially, he says. Of course. We can just get down to business. I was hoping to inquire about the condition of your colony.
Well, we are still just starting out, but we have started construction. We have finished laborers' camp, the temporary rat house. What else was it?
Barracks, rat house.
Yeah, we're working on the barracks now.
He nods. Good.
We've also met our neighbors. I was just telling Captain Remfrey. And we've established good relations there.
He smiles.
We also we also dealt with your point of interest.
Yes, I had received word. Really, well done. I appreciate that you've survived. I presume you found good things for your colony.
Yes, it was a good start for us.
He
Jump
nods.
off the backs of where the others have failed.
Indeed. He's gonna try to read your facial expression, so what's going on in Hadrian's head?
I mean, I think Hadrian is like, having dealt with like queendom bullshit before, does he think that this is some kind of like shit test?
Well, I mean, you tell me. So far, you've
I'm
seen
asking
the end
just
of the
because
impression.
I like, yeah, a little bit. But I'm just thinking because like Hadrian actually lives in this universe and I don't, so that's why
Okay.
I'm asking. Like, is that more like in line with something that like, you know?
It is not uninline. Like,
Does
the
he need
queen is known for being like enigmatic a little bit.
Yeah, so he has to like think about like some fucking 4D chess bullshit. If so, then yeah, Hadrian will try to maintain like kind of a straight face.
Cool. Yeah. He'll
I
smile.
think Aldrich would just have a look of curiosity upon him. And when he finds a moment, he might ask, "Are there any orders for us?"
Of course. Tell me, during the end of the 5 Years' War, are you aware of the events that took place there? I know this is a very broad question.
I cannot say I am.
Perhaps looking
But I imagine it has
into...
something to do with what we've found in that village.
Perhaps looking into those events might prove illuminating,
I see.
especially
And I thank you for your guidance.
in relation to your first 3 orders. and he'll pull out 3 envelopes and place them sort of on the table
Okay.
and sort of gesture for you to read them.
Yeah, I'll take them and I'll read them.
Order 1. By All Hallows Eve's time, have a church set up. Order 2. Make the colony self-sufficient. Order 3. By All Hallow Eve's time, have a guard post set up.
Okay.
Obviously in flowerier language.
Yeah. 3. How far away is All Hallows Eve?
It's October, and this is like March, early March, probably.
Yeah, so we got tons of fucking time.
Yep. And till, say, just as you like finish the last one, you may have noticed these are all very long-term orders.
Indeed.
It is the Crown's hope that you will use some of the next months or so to acclimatize yourself to the area and explore.
This was our plan.
Then it seems our interests are in alignment.
We will see it done.
He nods.
Yes, we will.
I don't suppose you have any other questions or comments or statements, things to speak with me on.
Not at this time, though.
He nods and gets up, but he leaves a hand on the table and he pauses. And he says, if you are looking for information on the next order that you are going to receive, you may want to look eastward and to the north. Be warned.
Kind of nod to that.
Is probably a C-class threat. I would not move with great haste.
Thank you for the information.
And he'll go to leave.
It's been a pleasure, Sir Merrick.
He nods.
We'll head
And
back
leaves.
to ourselves.
Guys, head back to your settlement.
Yep. Well, they have a library at this fort, because if they do, I want to look into fucking what happened at the end of the fucking 5 years war. I don't know,
think
Aldrich has got fucking history proficiency. Maybe you could just tell me.
I could possibly tell you.
I think what's his face? Remfrey's office might have some books.
Mm-hmm.
Aldrich, so to give like an overview of all that happens at the end of the 5 Years' War, right? Just like thinking over it. You know that humanity's forces sort of pushed the demons back all the way to sort of the back of the Badlands. The Badlands are like a U-shaped sort of area, a valley covered in mountains. You know from your history lessons that the heroes and the hero and his party sort of did battle with the Demon King and slew him. And from the history texts, it's been like stressed over and over that the hero actually slew this guy. Like, he didn't just go back to his dimension. He is dead. Thereafter, sort of the same day, the great like demon portal began spilling miasma out, and the hero and the soldiers and etc basically had this like grueling jog that they had to do for a long ass time. Like, the hero himself was like running day and night just to stay out of the miasma, because even though like the miasma was moving at a slow enough pace where you could outrun it, but some soldiers were unfortunately left behind because they weren't like badasses who could run day and night for days. And so they perished. You know that the miasma sort of stopped at the edge of the Badlands, and you know that the church had something to do with it.
Okay.
Like the Council of the Eight New Gods.
Guess that's why they want us to go to church.
You'd have to like look at a book to fully refresh yourself on like exactly how they did it. Mages in general tend to stay away from the church.
Interesting.
Indeed.
Well, if there is a book that I can find in this guy's library about that, I would look it up.
Yeah, just roll like a luck check.
My guy was closer to a man of the cloth than not.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you like find a book, maybe like Remfrey directs you to it and like loans it to you temporarily just while you're here. And reading through, it can see the description that the church burned the holy incense and it repelled the miasma.
Let's see. So, holy incense repels miasma. Okay. What do I know about this holy incense?
Well, you probably have experience using it. If a village or town has a holy incense, like grand censer, I'll call it, but it's basically like a fire pit that is like present in the churches. They can like burn the incense if they suspect demons are in the area, and lesser demons are just like unable to go into the area. Stronger demons seem to be more resistant to the effects, but not like totally immune. They'll get like weakened over time if they're in an area affected by it.
Gotcha. Okay.
You would also know that like if you can blow enough of it, it will hinder spellcasters as well. So Aldrich would not be able to cast his highest level magic.
Yeah, but also if that means no demons coming close, it might be worth it.
Yep.
No demons or miasma coming close.
So, you probably did have like clerics like with sensors of it helping you out when you were fighting demons.
Yeah.
Though again, its utility in combat is like a little bit hit or miss. Like if you're fighting a tough demon, just blowing around some smoke is not necessarily liable to do much. that is the purpose of it.
Yep.
It also works on like otherworldly creatures like fae and elementals, like not from the demon plane.
Yeah.
So that's what you know of it.
Well, then I guess it makes sense why he would want us to have a church. But it also kind of makes me worried that, the Queen is somewhat worried enough about the fact that the miasma could happen again.
That is definitely a reasonable concern. Just how likely is the miasma to come back? Is this all just this whole area gonna be engulfed once more? You in it? Imagine these thoughts percolate.
Yeah. If we get some incense, maybe not.
What's Aldrich think about all this?
But it's obviously concerning. The idea that miasma could come back fucking sucks. Feels like if we don't invest in sensors or whatever, eventually that we're doomed. Maybe. Probably feels like we should look into it, see if it's possible for it to come back.
It could be that the Queen is worried about All Hallows Eve, like demons coming to fuck with the settlement too, right? Theoretically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this might be like your settlement will potentially be too valuable, and Queen might be like, oh, what if demons come out of portals just to like steal shit? Right, those jobbers would never have been able to get in if those villages back there had incense burning, right? Well, is there any things you guys would do in the settlement itself?
I mean, I don't know how much we can do that's like, are we like worth stuff? Maybe just check in on everybody, see if anybody else has seen anything, like has anything to report.
Yeah.
Has a day passed?
A couple days have passed, I think.
Yeah, a couple days have passed.
In that case.
You consume like 2 rations per person. And then what were we saying there?
No, I was just getting my ward back.
Okay. Yeah, and imagine everyone is healed up as well, so Jabiful is no longer injured. Yeah, no, nobody has anything to report. Kind of feel like we should end the session here, if that's okay.
That's fine.
Would be excellent. I have to wake up at 7 o'clock for work.
Very unfun.
Yeah. So the demons, they were worth 100 XP apiece. So Hadrian and Aldrich, you get 200 XP. Jabiful gets 100 XP. Might as well just do that right now.
Yeah, we're under 1,000 XP away from the next level.
Sam.
And Jabiful inches ever closer to being level 3.
Yeah. How'd you guys feel about the session?
That was fun.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
Making progress.
See ya.
We have no more settlement action, right? Like, that's just that,
Yeah,
and then
it's
next
just
session,
Bailiff,
we'll
or
have-
not Bailiff, the barracks.
yeah, the rat house and the barracks will be built.
The makeshift rat house is already built. It's just tents.
Oh, excellent.
The barracks will be built at the start of the next session. I might as well just like put a roof down right now. It's a wooden building, right? So
Yeah.
I think it's
I
inanimate.
think once we get the barracks down, I don't know. Would it take like a full action to like start breaking down that other town, especially for like the stone?
I would maybe say it would cost like 1 point. Maybe. I mean,
I have a lot of shit to do.
Yeah.
yeah. One sec. I'm trying to find a roof. Is it literally called roof? Object, thatch. Why do I name it different things?
Trying to be like a fucking source.
Yeah, basically. So you can see this building is now here, or will be here canonically at the start of the next session.
Yep.
Yeah, look at that. Isn't that great?
Woo. Yep.
Your first building. How does that feel? Like your first real building?
Yeah. We got a first real building. It's for people to sleep in.
Yep.
We're just going off of rations for now. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we should go for like a farmland next. I don't know. Depends.
Do you feel it's worth it pursuing the demons? That whole plot line was nice.
That was fun, yeah. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little worried when they were like max rolling damage over and over. Like the RNG was.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I've got the smite against undead things. It's just fucking insane.
Yeah, it really is. It's like completely just deletes them.
Yeah. Which, I mean, kind of does make sense, but yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why, you know, obviously, like, that's kind of in the Wizards of Coast it's like the turn undead for paladins.
Yeah. You just kill them instead. Much more effective.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
similarly effective.
Yeah.
I always thought all the like anti-undead stuff made a lot less sense in 5th edition, because undead don't like have the ability to like steal your levels and like permanently just destroy your character sheet.
Yeah.
I feel like that was half the reason it existed in 2nd edition.
Sort of. I feel like, I don't know, it makes sense. I feel like it should be more of like a subclass thing instead of like a general class thing.
Yeah. Like light clerics and paladin of undead hunting.
Yeah. Like obviously they would do it, but like I don't know. For it to just be across the board thing is a little weird to me.
Makes sense. They could just have had the like Tasha's thing where the channel divinity just gives like a spell slot or something.
Yeah.
Be the base feature.
Yep. I mean, it's a pretty decent one.
How do you guys feel about the prospects of the settlement system and stuff?
I feel pretty good. I hope that cool. Eventually it'll compound a little bit more, because it seems like our hands are a little bit tied, at least for the while, which is like fine. We're starting out. But
yeah.
You know, hopefully it's like, you know, you reach a certain point where it's like, oh, like everything kind of snowballs, and then you have a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, so you want more stuff to do at home, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe like more settlement points or something to help it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you could definitely do more with that.
Like building the rat house gives +1 settlement points or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe hitting a certain population do the same thing.
Yep, something like that. I think it just needs a little bit of like more of like ramping to where it's like, oh, once you start having more and more things, then it's like, other than just gold pieces, like you actually get to like build more and like things kind of
build more buildings.
Yeah.
It's always hard to think of what else you'd build other than buildings that give like gold piece value and goods though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoyed the session. I think the settlement stuff is going to be cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's fun so far.
Do you think the party is going to invest in getting like a leveled up laborers camp?
Leveled up laser. It lets us do more things. Probably. What are the requirements, though?
You just spend money on getting more tents and stuff. It's like part of the building.
Yeah. So does that take a whole nother action, though?
Upgrading it would take one of your 2 settlement actions, I think. And then you could do the other settlement action would be like getting the dude, your aide, to hire more laborers. Right.
I mean, honestly, maybe we should do that for our next session. And then just kind of go fucking crazy.
Yep, then you could have 1 point.
2 things.
Yeah, 1 point to build a building, and then your other point you could have like a woodcutter's camp, like clearing out forest or something.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of think we should do that. And then, I know that the queen does want us to be self-sufficient at some point, but again, we've got fucking 5 months to do it.
Yeah. And I guess at the start of the next session, I'll have like all the expenses on the right-hand side laid out.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because there are expenses. The laborers need to get paid. The woodcutters need to get paid. So too, the guards and the aides. But that's like at the end of each month.
Yeah.
So optimistic about the future. Had fun.
Yep.
That's nice. Yeah, I feel like the session was a good session.
We'd have to build a lot of fucking farmland to really actually make ourselves self-sufficient, wouldn't we?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you get...
1 supply for 2 fields, and then 1 supply field feeds 1 person per month, right?
Yeah. So
As time goes on, it'll be fun.
Yep.
Yeah, the general idea, I guess, like pulling back the curtain very slightly. Villages and stuff are usually like mostly farmers, right? So you're gonna need a lot of farmland. But a fishing hut is useful. If you get tools, then all the farmland becomes like twice as good, basically. If you can secure Caprini workers, like the other guy did, then that's another +1 supply per like 2 fields. So you eventually get like 1 farm. It's got 8 fields around it, so that'd be 12 supply per farm.
Yep.
And that's not even including like advanced buildings, whatever, like the butcher and baker.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. See you, Aldrich. It was fun. Thanks for the session.
Thank you for the session.
Look forward to the next one.
Okay, bye-bye, guys.
All right, see ya.
See ya.